A person who truly loves you will always ask you these two questions. How do you really know if someone truly loves you? Not just in words, not just in fleeting moments of passion, but in a way that stands the test of time, hardship, and change. We live in a world where love is often measured by grand gestures, expensive gifts, poetic words, social media declarations. But deep down, you know that love is more than that. It's not just about what someone says when things are easy. It's about what they do when things get tough. It's about whether they help you grow or hold you back, whether they ease your burdens or add to them. Now, imagine this. You're in a relationship, romantic or even a deep friendship. You feel a connection, but something in you wonders, is this real? Does this person truly love me, or are we just comfortable with each other? Do they care about my growth, or do they only care about what I provide for them? These are the kinds of questions that Stoic philosophers wrestled with centuries ago. And surprisingly, their wisdom is more relevant today than ever. The Stoics, especially Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epicurus, believed that true love is not just about feelings. Feelings are fleeting one day. Someone may feel deeply for you the next, they may be indifferent. Love in the Stoic sense is about virtue, action and support. A person who truly loves you isn't just there for the good times. They actively work to help you become your best self. They stand by you not out of obligation, but because they believe in your potential. But here's where it gets really interesting. According to Stoic wisdom, there are two questions that reveal whether someone genuinely loves you. These aren't the typical questions people ask in relationships. They're not, where do you want to eat? Or what's your love language? No, these two questions dig much deeper. They reveal whether someone sees you as a partner in growth, or just as someone to fill a void in their life. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what these two questions are, why they matter, and how they can completely change the way you see love. If someone is asking you these questions, hold on to them because they truly care. And if they're not, well, it might be time to rethink what love really means. Let's get into it. Number one, what Stoicism teaches about love. Stoicism teaches about love. Love, as most people understand, it is often romanticized. It's seen as something that happens to us, something we fall into, something dictated by fate or chemistry. But the Stoics saw love differently to them. Love wasn't just an emotional whirlwind. It was a choice, an act of virtue and a responsibility. They believed that real love, was not about possession or dependency, but about growth. Wisdom and mutual support, the Stoics were not against love. In fact, they deeply valued relationships, but they viewed them through the lens of rationality and virtue rather than raw emotion. Sen, the Roman philosopher and statesman, once wrote, "No one can live happily who has regard to himself alone and transforms everything into a question of his own utility. You must live for your neighbour if you would live for yourself." This means that love isn't just about how someone makes you feel. It's about how they help you live a good and virtuous life. It's about whether they push you toward excellence or distract you from it. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, often reflected on the idea that we are shaped by those we surround ourselves with. If you love someone, truly love them, you should want what is best for their soul, not just what feels good in the moment. The Stoics believed that real love is rooted in virtue, not in fleeting passion. So what does this mean for you? It means that love isn't about losing yourself in another person. It's not about emotional highs or dramatic fights, followed by passionate makeups. It's about building something meaningful together, something that makes both people stronger, wiser, and more resilient. This is where the first important question comes. In a person who truly loves you, according to Stoic wisdom, will ask you something far deeper than the usual. "How is your day?" Instead, they will ask number two. The first question, 2. The first question, how can I support you in becoming your best self? Think about the relationships in your life. How many people around you actually want to see you become the best version of yourself? Not just when it's convenient for them, not just when it benefits them, but because they genuinely care about your growth. A person who truly loves you will not be threatened by your evolution. They won't hold you back because of their own insecurities. Instead, they will actively support you in becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable. This question, how can I support you in becoming your best self, is a game-changer. It reveals a level of selflessness and commitment that goes beyond temporary attraction. It shows that someone is not just interested in who you are right now, but in who you are. Capable of becoming, Seneca wrote extensively about the idea that the best kind of relationship, whether romantic or platonic, is one that nurtures virtue. If someone truly loves you, they will encourage you to pursue your goals, your dreams, and your higher purpose. They won't feel jealous of your ambition, they'll fuel it. They won't dismiss your struggles, they'll stand beside you through them. But here's the truth. Many relationships fail this test. Many people prefer comfort over growth. They don't want their partner to change because change is scary. It introduces uncertainty, but real love embraces growth. Imagine you tell your partner you want to start a new career, take on a challenge, or improve your health. Do they support you? Do they push you forward? Or do they subtly discourage you, fearing that your success will change? The dynamic of the relationship. Epicurus, another great Stoic philosopher, believed that relationships should be based on mutual improvement. He argued that if a relationship is keeping you stagnant, weak, or complacent, then it is not rooted in true love, but in attachment and dependency. So look around at the people in your life. Are they asking you this question? Are they showing up for you in ways that push you to be your best self? Because if they're not, then the love you're experiencing might not be love. It might just be familiarity, convenience, or fear of being alone. The right person, the one who truly loves you, will never hold you back. They will see your potential even when you don't. They will push you toward greatness, not because they expect something in return, but because that's what love is supposed to do. And that brings us to the second crucial question. One that separates real love from mere affection. Number 3, the second number 3. The second question, what can I do to ease your burdens? Love is not just about celebration, it's about support. It's easy to be there for someone when life is smooth. But what happens when challenges arise? When stress, failure, or hardship enter the picture? This is where the second crucial question comes in. A person who truly loves you won't just admire your strengths, they will stand beside you in your weakest moments. They will ask, what can I do to ease your burdens? Not because they feel obligated, but because love is not passive. It is active, intentional, and selfless. The Stoics understood that life is unpredictable. Seneca wrote about the nature of fortune, reminding us that suffering is inevitable. No one, no matter how strong or independent, can go through life without experiencing loss, struggle, or setbacks, and in those moments, true love reveals itself. Think about it when you're exhausted, overwhelmed, or discouraged. Does your partner step in to help, or do they look away, waiting for you to figure it out alone? Do they recognize your struggles, or do they expect you to handle everything without support? A person who genuinely loves you won't let you carry all your burdens alone. They won't see your struggles as inconveniences, but as shared responsibilities. They won't just say, I love you when things are easy. They'll show it when you're at your lowest. The key here is action over words. Epicurus often taught that philosophy is not about what we say, but about how we live in the same way. Love is not about declarations. It's about showing up. Imagine you're going through a difficult time. Financial stress, career struggles, emotional exhaustion. Someone who truly loves you will step in and ask, "How can I help lighten your load?" Maybe that means listening without judgment. Maybe it means offering practical help. Maybe it means simply being present, reminding you that you're not alone. But let's be clear, this does not mean that love is about solving someone else's problems or sacrificing your well-being for them. Stoicism teaches balance. It's not about losing yourself in someone else's struggles. It's about standing beside them while they fight their own battles. It's about partnership, not dependency. If someone loves you, they won't ignore your pain. They won't minimize your burdens. They will acknowledge them, share them, and help you move through them. And if the person in your life never asks this question, if they never make an effort to ease your struggles, then it's worth asking, do they love me, or do they only love what I provide? Real love is not one-sided. It is a mutual exchange of strength, care, and support. When life gets hard, a person who truly loves you won't disappear. They'll ask, "What can I do to help?" And then they'll actually do it. Now, this brings us to a deeper distinction that Stoicism makes, one that many people overlook. It's the difference between love and attachment. Number 4, love versus number 4, love versus attachment. The Stoic distinction, many people mistake attachment for love. They think that needing someone, missing them constantly, or feeling incomplete without them means they love them. But Stoicism teaches us that true love is not about dependency. It is about mutual empowerment. Marcus, in Meditations, constantly reminded himself that everything in life is temporary. The people we love, the things we cherish, all of it is fleeting. This wasn't meant to be a depressing thought, but a liberating one. It meant that we should love deeply, but without clinging. We should care, but without losing ourselves in the process. Attachment says, "I need you to be happy." Love says, "I want to build something meaningful with you, but I can stand strong on my own attachment." Fears change, it resists growth, because growth threatens the familiar, but love embraces growth. A person who truly loves you won't feel threatened by your evolution. They will encourage it. This is why the 2 questions, how can I support you in becoming your best self? And what can I do to ease your burdens, are so powerful. They separate real love from conditional affection. Someone who is only attached to you will not ask these questions. They will be more concerned with how you make them feel rather than who you are becoming. They will resist your growth if it makes them uncomfortable. They will avoid your struggles if they feel inconvenient. But someone who truly loves you, they will stand beside you not because they need you, but because they choose to. They will push you forward not because it benefits them, but because they genuinely want to see you thrive. The Stoics believed that the highest form of love is one rooted in virtue, not dependency. A love where both individuals are strong on their own, but even stronger together. A love that is not based on need, but on choice. So ask yourself, are the people in your life asking these questions? Do they support your growth, or do they hold you back? Do they help you carry your burdens, or do they expect you to carry theirs alone? Because in the end, love is not about possession. It is about freedom, support, and shared purpose. It is about 2 people walking side by side, growing together, not one person carrying the other out of fear of being alone. Number five, how to apply Stoic love principles in your own life. How to apply Stoic love principles in your own life. Understanding these 2 questions is one thing, but applying them in real life is another. Love. True love is not just about recognizing the right kind of people in your life. It's also about being that person yourself. The Stoics didn't just focus on what others should do for us. They believed in focusing on our own actions, our own character, and our own ability to cultivate virtue. So how do you integrate Stoic love into your life? How do you become the kind of person who asks these two questions and surround yourself with others who do the same first practice? Self-awareness in relationships. Ask yourself, am I supporting the people I love in becoming their best selves? Am I encouraging their growth, or am I holding them back out of fear or insecurity? Do I ease their burdens when I can, or do I expect them to carry everything alone? It's easy to expect others to love us in the way we want, but Stoicism teaches us that we should first embody the principles. We admire if you want a partner, friend or family member who is genuinely supportive. Be that person first. Second, observe the people around you. Pay attention to how they respond to your growth and your struggles. Do they encourage you when you set ambitious goals? Do they step in to help when you're struggling? Or do they distance themselves? Do they celebrate your success without jealousy or resentment? Stoicism teaches that we cannot control others, but we can control who we allow into our lives. If the people around you never ask these two questions, how can I support you in becoming your best self? And what can I do to ease your burdens? Then it's worth considering whether those relationships are truly serving you. They're detached from relationships built on dependency rather than virtue. This doesn't mean abandoning people at the first sign of imperfection. No one is perfect, but it does mean recognizing when a relationship is based on need rather than mutual support. If someone is only with you because they fear being alone, or because they rely on you to solve their problems, that's not love, it's attachment. The Stoics believed in strength through relationships, not weakness through dependency. True love should empower, not entrap, if a relationship is keeping you stagnant. If it is filled with jealousy, control, or constant emotional chaos, then it is not built on virtue. It is built on fear, and fear is the opposite of love. Finally, ask these two questions often, not just in your romantic relationships, but in your friendships, your family relationships, and even with yourself. Are you pushing yourself to be your best? Are you recognizing when you need help and allowing yourself to accept support? Love is not just a feeling. It is an act, a practice, a philosophy. And when you surround yourself with people who live by these principles, people who push you to grow and stand by you when life gets hard, you will begin to experience a deeper, truer form of love than most people ever will. Final takeaway. True love is about growth and support. Growth and support. So here's the ultimate question. Are the people in your life asking these two questions? And more importantly, are you a person who truly loves you, will always ask one? How can I support you in becoming your best self? 2. What can I do to ease your burdens? These are not ordinary questions. They are not shallow expressions of affection. They are the foundation of genuine, meaningful love. Love is not about possession. It is about partnership. It is not about control. It is about empowerment. It is not about clinging to someone out of fear. It is about choosing to stand beside them. No matter what life brings, Marcus Aurelius wrote, waste. No more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one, and the same applies to love. Don't waste time wondering what true love looks like. Be the person who loves in this way. Surround yourself with people who do the same, because at the end of the day, love is not measured by words or by time. It is measured by the impact it has on your soul. Choose love that helps you grow. Choose love that lifts your burdens. Choose love that stands the test of time, adversity, and change. That is the kind of love the Stoics believed in, and that is the kind of love worth holding on.